Hello, Oracles. Oracle Tim here from Oracle Investments. 3 green days in a row. How much longer is this going to last? I don't think we are going to see 2 more green days this week, but that's just me. And I'll explain why. So on Friday, this Friday, December 10th, we are going to be getting the CPI data. That is the Consumer Price Index data. This is what tells us how inflation is doing. Now, looking back, Jerome Powell had said that inflation is going to be transitory. And he has been saying that, sticking with it. But just recently, he was saying that, you know what? Maybe it's not transitory. Market freaked out. We saw the quite ugly week that we had last week. So we have a little bit of uncertainty going into the next 2 days. What is going to happen with inflation on Friday? And honestly, I don't know what we're going to see. I know from my job that we have seen a lot of price increases from all of our vendors over the course of the year. It kind of faded off, and I didn't see a lot of them in the last 3 months, but the last 2 weeks, we are starting to get these emails again about prices going up. And a lot of these prices are going to start going up in January again. So I can see inflation still holding with us for at least a little while longer. And I have a feeling that the numbers that come in on Friday, as long as they're in line, the market should be fine with it. I think when Jerome Powell changed his stance last week and the market freaked out, kind of priced in a higher inflation number. So either way, I think tomorrow may be a bit of an iffy day just because people are uncertain about what's going on. And then Friday, when the inflation number comes out in the morning, at least in the morning here, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, I personally think if it comes in line or below, we'll see a green day. I think if it comes in higher than expected, we could see some ugly red because we're expecting inflation. Now, if it comes in higher than we've already expected, then it could be ugly. The good news is this could present us with some great buying opportunities. So what stocks can we look at to possibly purchase over the next 2 days if we see some red? Let me know in the comments below what stocks are on your list to buy if we dip over the next couple of days. The first suggestion comes from my father. He suggests Boeing as one of the options. Boeing used to be a $400 stock, currently trading around $211. It had a huge issue with their 737, big problems there, stock came crashing down, but it looks like over in China they're going to get this back up and running soon. The stock has been on an upward trend recently, so if you see it dip a little bit into the red in the next couple of days, it could be a good buy because I think it's going to be a very temporary red before this continues climbing back up. Another good option that you could buy in the next couple of days if it goes red would be Disney. Disney used to be recently around $200, came way down, had rough earnings. Omicron came out, fear about the parks staying shut, went down as low as 142. It is also on a nice upward trend. I'm in Disney myself. I'm right around the $150 mark for it. And it's really creeping up nicely. It's got Spiderman coming out soon, so I think that's going to crush it in the box office. That's going to be great. We'll get some numbers about the Disney Plus subscribers, and then more news about the parks reopening. Recovery plays are starting to come back into favor. Airbnb has been doing really well. Boeing is actually in that category as well. So I think we're going to see some good moves from Disney going forward. So if it goes red the next couple of days, could be a great buying opportunity. BEP is another good one that I like. BEP is a relatively slow-moving stock. It's a renewable energy stock. It does pay dividends, which is great. It normally trades between the $38 and $42 mark. It's kind of beaten down to $34, starting its uptrend again. So if it does go a little bit red the next couple of days just because of the uncertainty, even at the price it's at now, I would recommend it as a buy. Again, it's got the dividends and it has a good upside to it. Price targets around the $45 mark, so it's quite a bit of upside to this stock. So if you're looking for something that's not going to be a big mover, again, another sort of cash type play, BEP is a good option for you. And of course, if you are a bit more conservative or you don't have any stocks that you have high conviction in right now, you can always put your money into an index fund. Because if the stock market is going to go a little bit red in the next couple of days, those funds, put it in the SPY or anything of that nature. There's Vanguard's VOO, VIG. You could put it into one of those funds on the red and just let it ride. These are funds that very slow moving, but over the long term are going to be going up. And so it's a good cash play. For me, I like to use Apple as a cash play, but Apple's been running a bit lately, so I'm not as confident using that as a cash play in the next couple of days. But if you're looking for a place to park your cash and you don't want to just hold cash, if it goes red the next couple of days, put it into one of the funds. And finally, Tesla. To me, Tesla is always a good buying opportunity. However, the next couple of days could be a little bit volatile for them. So between, the market potentially being iffy because of the CPI data, and Elon has been selling at least once a week for the last month, and he hasn't sold any this week that we have seen, and the stock hasn't been trading like he has. So we may see sales from him either tomorrow or Friday. That, coupled with a questionable market from CPI, could lead to a good buying opportunity for Tesla. And now we did get some Form 4 filings today. Yesterday, 3 executives sold off some shares, not a lot, and it was really similar to what Elon was doing. They exercised some options, sold off just enough to pay for their taxes. It was very minuscule amounts compared to what Elon was doing, so which is why we probably didn't see much of a reflection in the stock price. The last couple mornings we saw a bit of a dip. That might have been it. Honestly, I think that's all that was. No big deal. A lot of high execs have these expiring options, need to exercise them, sell to get the taxes for it. That's it. And another great reason to buy Tesla was there is a new street high price target from Pierre Ferragu from New Street Research, $1,580. So even if the stock doesn't go red, that is still a 50% increase from where we are right now. And so if it goes red for any reason, that just means that it's going to be even more of a return on your investment. And so I took a look back at all of the predictions that us as oracles had for the stock price at the end of 2022, and our average price target is $2,175. So looking at the street and all the analysts, their price targets are starting to creep up to where ours are. Let's see next year who is more accurate, us as the Oracle retail investors or the analysts and the professionals. And I was talking with my dad about price targets, and he worded it in a very good way. When analysts raise their price targets, that really just means that they're minimizing the downside. So when you see these price targets going up, even if it doesn't reach that price, that just means that their confidence for the stock going up is better. And that just means that they don't think that it's going to fall as far. So that just is a very bullish sign for a stock when everybody is raising their price targets. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if we do see some red over the next couple of days, what stocks are you going to buy up? What high conviction stocks do you have that you want to snap up on any red days over the next couple of days? And if you have not sent it to me already, put in the comments below what your price target for Tesla is for the end of 2022, and I will add that to our list so we can compare ourselves to the analysts. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications, and I will see you guys all later. Have a great one.